ESPN Network. It's game 2 of the college basketball season. On the center toss, Kate Cobal standing in for LSU, and the Tigers have the first possession. Williams to the top. This is Richard. One dribble back to Johnson, spinning, shooting, missing, too strong, put back good by Cobal, and we're going to see a lot of that tonight for LSU.
LSU has such a huge size advantage across the entire lineup.
You see Huff, Mackenzie, Collins, Williams, and Ross in the starting lineup for the Lady Lions, and they are playing shorthanded today as well, the Lions are. Flau'jae Johnson quickly to the bucket, 4-0. Another very nice crowd on hand. Kim Mulkey feels a very strong affinity for the Lions. She, of course, played high school basketball in Hammond. Johnson running the floor, lays it in, 6-0. Tigers, LSU right now really getting up into easy scoring range.
You can see exactly what they want to do. Even off of steals or off of a missed basket, they are running the floor, getting all 5 white jerseys down, and there's still 2 green jerseys making their way down the court.
That's a nice late pass, a foul and a bucket. That's going to send Southeastern to the free throw line after a really nice pass, and Taylor Ross finishes it with contact.
That's great patience, because Kate Cobal comes over on the help side. You see as she goes to get the ball, that leaves her open. Great patience till the very end for Huff to drop it off, and then Ross gets the bucket with the contact. Nice execution, good focus.
One of the messages, in fact, one of the 2 primary messages that Kim Mulkey had for her team today in the shoot-around was, we want a blistering pace in the first quarter. So far, they're getting that. The second was, and you made this point so much the other day, as Cobal backs up and bangs one down from the wing. But you made the point in the first game, Victor, about the backdoor cuts, which were effective against LSU 6 or 7 times, and Kim Mulkey was very strongly addressing that today.
We knew that would be a topic of conversation, but a part of that also goes to not only the player who's making the cut and the defender, but putting more pressure on the ball. You can't let the point guard just stand out there without any pressure and then wait for those cuts. So it's kind of a two-sided argument there, what they need to do. The beautiful bounce pass inside with Johnson able to finish off.
It's 10-2. LSU off to a 5 for 6 start from the field. Huff travels. 7:42 to play. LSU coming out and smoking the nets, hitting 5 shots early. Let's go back and look at the behind-the-back pass by Michaela Williams.
I think it's just nothing to it to Michaela. She saw her teammate down, posting up. Great position by Zakiya Johnson, who posts up a position, gets the easy 2, and coming off a wonderful debut with a double-double 48 hours ago.
11 points and 11 rebounds, if memory serves. Just over 7 minutes remain in the first half. A lot of dribbling. And we've got a foul away from the ball.
No, they called it on Richard on the ball. She was working hard to turn her player 3 or 4 times, but got the hands up 1 too many times when sliding her feet. They called her for the foul, and then here comes Malaysia into the lineup.
That's the second foul on Jada Richard, who was pulled early in the game on Tuesday.
Kim Mulkey's message during shoot-around, as you mentioned, was to really play with a blistering pace. And you thought the first 3 minutes were fast. Wait till you see what happens now with Full Wiley in the ball game. She'll single-handedly wrap it up a couple more notches.
Number 23 in white is one of the quickest players in the country, averaging 11.7 points identically in her last 2 seasons at South Carolina. She responded with 23 points the other night. 10-2 LSU. 3 minutes deep, first quarter action. Collins can't can't penetrate. 1 second to shoot. It's on its way legally, but off the rim. And here comes Fulweiler. Johnson sets up.
In the win last night against Charleston State, Lady Tigers picking up right where they left off.
Koval and Zakiya Johnson have 4 each, and Flau'jae Johnson has 5 for the Tigers. 6:36 remains in an up and down first quarter here in the Maravich Center. Ross has the only bucket for Southeastern, coming off a 16-point performance and 5 rebounds in that big win over Centenary a couple of nights ago. Southeastern could not connect on the sideline. The pass forced the receiver, Ross, to throw it away and step on the sideline.
Yeah, instead of going to her, just kind of led her with a lead pass, except she was going to the sidelines and let her out of bounds. There's no room.
Williams uses the pick, and we've got a foul. And that's going to go against Fatim Seck, S-E-C-K.
So Johnson comes up to set the high screen. Seck just tries to fight over. See that right hand getting inside, trying to reach for the ball, which got called for the contact foul.
Fadeaway jump shot, foul called. 2 free throws coming.
That's 2
for
quick ones.
Michaela Williams. Williams has been a mainstay since she arrived in Baton Rouge. She has started every game but one in her LSU career.
Great angle on that replay where you can see instead of going vertical, Seck came down and slapped down on it and hit Michaela almost on the elbow. So 2 quick fouls. As you mentioned, they're shorthanded already with 2 players that aren't going to be able to play. And now Seck goes to the bench almost 4 minutes of the game with 2 fouls.
14-2, Tigers by 12. We've only played 4 minutes. Koval comes out to defend the 3-point line. Williams defending the baseline. Fadeaway jump shot skids off the rim. That one not able to go down. Here comes Johnson. Late pass. Layup. Good. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Johnson running the floor. The other Johnson feeding her.
And adjusting with her hands, too, because she moved it from one hand to the other in the air. Shot it with the inside right hand for that layup.
16-2, first quarter. LSU already with 9 fast break points, Victor.
They're setting out to do exactly what Coach told them what their goal was.
Fulweiler shoots it too deep from the corner. But Flau'jae Johnson makes a nice pass to Koval, and she was fouled. LSU has been carving up the defense by Southeastern Louisiana. You mentioned all those assists combined with those buckets.
And Fulweiler was even a little surprised herself that she shot that one so high. Far rather, shooting it over from that corner left.
Here's the Ukrainian, 6'5" sophomore. Last year she was in a Notre Dame uniform, had 10 starts, and played in 32 games. And Kate Koval was an all-ACC freshman team member. 18-2 LSU. There'll be somewhat of a line change here. We'll check them out as we sort it out. LSU with 5 new players. Joyner, Knox, Hines, Burridge, and Gilbert on the floor right now for LSU. This is after an 18-2 start in the first quarter by the starters. Shot clock at 8.
That's offensive. That's
You're
great.
right.
And look at Kim Mulkey's excitement on the sideline for that effort. Watching him come in off the bench, just coming in off the bench, watching that intense defense, you can see how she's fired up with that kind of effort. Hines in the corner. They were switching. You've got Knox, you've got Hines switching off. She slides over. Excellent defensive play, using her feet, not her hands, gets in position, draws the charge.
LSU adds to its total, and we've got a whistle on the bucket.
They're going to blow. They're going to blow that one, wave it off. And
they are
offensive the other way on Joyner.
So Amaya Joyner out of Farmville, North Carolina, by way of East Carolina, an AAC Freshman of the Year, and also all AAC first team in her career. LSU by 16, a deep three in the air, won't go. It bounces over the backboard, hauled down in play by LSU. Burridge gets it down to Joyner. Strong move, misses left. Offensive rebound, put back, well done. Grace Knox, her first bucket.
One of those players that we were told about when we would get introduced to her, that she just has a knack of getting to the glass. As you see, LSU scored 14 unanswered here in the last 4.5. Get ready to make it 16.
Grace Knox with the steal and the lay-in. She's got long arms and terrific anticipation. (22-2). LSU. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Knox wants it, late pass, and there was a defender he was able to get between the passer and the receiver, Knox. That pass was just maybe a half-second tardy.
Well, there's also two Lady Tigers right there. Knox was coming in on the wing, but I don't think she saw Amaya Joyner, who was already in the lane, and she kind of elevated the pass, thinking it was going to go to Knox, and Joyner was right there.
Joyner off the throw-in behind the screen by Knox. A set play and easily executed by LSU.
You got a teammate just standing tall, setting a screen because she's just taking up space.
LSU has scored 18 consecutive points. (18 of the 24 have come in a row. That may be a dribbling infraction, and it was.
Yeah, dribble just got away from her. Trying to make something happen was Elia Collins. But couldn't control the dribble.
Jeff Dow on the sideline. He's had a nice career taking over at Southeastern Louisiana.
See how right there, after she caught that high dribble, a little shuffle of the feet. That led to that turnover. Let's see how many they have now. 5 turnovers for the Lions, and that's now 5 points for LSU off of it.
Amaya Joyner with the last bucket for LSU, 26-2. That makes a 20-point run, does it not? Yes, it does. Natalie Huff, who had 13 points and 4 rebounds against Centenary, will put it in play. This is Williams. Ball taken away. Gilbert wants it back, but instead, Burridge brings it up. Kick out for the 3 ball. Nope. Hines on line, but just off the rim. Rebound Knox. That's a couple for her. Burridge pulls up, lets it rip, and drains it.
If the Lady Lions want to work on anything to try to improve, not for this game, forget this game, just to improve with all these new players in a new system, you're going to want to slow it down. You do not want to play at this pace with LSU and going down the floor with quick shots.
1:38 to go in the first quarter, and for those just joining us, it bears repeating that when you look at the entire bench, the entire roster for Southeastern Louisiana, everybody is a newcomer to Hammond.
9 players gone when their head coach left and took the job over McNeese, staying in the Southland Conference. Jeff Dow came in to take over, but you're right, that opportunity, that rare opportunity, not that you ever really want it to happen, but you literally started with a clean slate. Go out and get every new player.
And the majority of the roster is from Texas, which makes sense because, of course, Jeff Dow coached at UIW in San Antonio for several years.
And he did bring one player with him, Aaron McKenzie, the guard, number 3, played at UIW, came over to Hammond with him.
LSU has scored 22 consecutive points to build a 28-2 advantage. .80 seconds left in the first quarter. That came up a little bit short after a good move by Ramos to get into layup position. Knox could not make the catch, and she touched it last. She's saying, I didn't touch it last. They've just showed the replay, and that has ignited Kim Mulkey. That's a nice look inside.
Somebody got turned around and just lost their player. Wilkins found a chance to go to the block all alone.
Taylor Wilkins converting. LSU wastes no time in coming right back. And that hoop by Kaylin Gilbert, the 5'8" senior from Tampa, Florida, by way of Arizona, a couple of years at the University of Arizona.
Not surprising at all. 20 of LSU's 30 points here in the first quarter coming in the paint.
And that breaks a long run of points by LSU. Tigers had scored 22 straight before Southeastern finally breaks that string. The possession arrow stays with the visitors with 9 seconds to play in the first quarter. Natalie Huff, freshman from San Antonio, who started her career at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, throws it in and throws it away. LSU with an easy steal. Joyner 3-on-1, misses. Burridge misses. And the ball rolling toward the corner, picked up by...
To rebuild over Hammond.
And just to amplify that graphic, they did have one returner, but she did not letter. There is not a returning letter winner on the roster this year for Southeastern Louisiana. Flau'jae Johnson steps inside the three-point line, lets it fly, misses, tries to get her own rebound. It can't do it as it bounced off her noggin into the hands of an opponent. We have just started the second quarter. LSU up by 26. Megan Yarnovich, who wears number 15 in white, has entered the game for the Tigers. She comes over to help, and a swisher from the right side, dropped in by Aliyah Collins. That's her first bucket. Johnson for three. Yes!
Season opener 48 hours ago for Flau'jae. She had 12 points, but struggled offensively. Just 3 of 10 from the floor. She did take 3 three-point attempts, only hit one of those. So far tonight, 3 for 4. 2 of her 3 makes are three-pointers. The other one was the breakaway layup.
Flau'jae Johnson, Zakiya Johnson, Michaela Williams, Megan Yarnovich, and Malaysia Fulwiley on the floor right now. Williams gets it down to the newcomer, Yarnovich, and she drops it in. She's a left-hander, and she was able to get to that left side and put it down.
And you'll find when you watch that replay, that pass wasn't going to her. That pass was going to Flau'jae, breaking down the court, breaking down the lane. But she had great hands. She thought it was coming to her, so she grabbed it, turned, and spun and put it in.
Yarnovich comes over to help, knocks the ball loose, but it's gathered by Southeastern on the baseline, and then there was a violation with the ball over the baseline, a foot on that line. So LSU will work it up with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Yarnovich will go back to the free throw line.
Kim Mulkey, following the season opener Tuesday night, had a lot of positive things to say about Megan and her basketball knowledge and how well she knows the game and where to be. Our players want to play with her. She did so many rotations, different rotations, and we're going to see it again tonight. We're going to see it again for the next couple of weeks. A lot of different rotations for the Lady Tigers because we take it a little in depth. We had a conversation with Bob Stark in preseason. you and I enjoyed talking to Coach. It gave us a little bit of insight that they go so in-depth. They're not worried about maybe one player at a particular moment. They want to try entire lineups. So when we need a fast defensive lineup, who's our best 5? If we need to go big defensive, if we want to be fast break, who are our 5? And they're going to use these games to do a lot of mixing and matching with the new players that come in.
LSU has allowed just 6 points through the first 12 and a half minutes. Shot clock at 4. This is knocked away and a foul called out front.
We'll get Fulwiley on the call after she tried to jump the passing lane, just a little body contact before she tried to break away.
So the shot clock is reset to 20 with 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Here comes Michaela Williams after the steal on the wing. Another fast break bucket, keyed by defense on the other end.
We saw her do that the other night as well. She had 4 steals against Houston Christian. Deceptively quick on defense, but she has such great timing to jump the passing lane, and then she has all the momentum heading the other direction.
Fulwiley will take a long 3. Misses it left.
That's the one she hit, remember, in the season opener. She went behind the back, through the legs, put a defender on her heels, and wound up draining the 3 from the right wing.
LSU by 33 with 6:46 to go in the first half. Fulwiley rips off the rebound, slings it down to Williams, looking for a teammate. Flau'jae Johnson was the target, but could not gather it cleanly. It'll stay with LSU. So let's see how LSU plays this. Fulwiley gets it to Johnson. Flau'jae Johnson will back away. Uses the pick. Steps back, shoots from just inside the 3-point line, and nestles it over the front rim.
So nice and easy for Flau'jae to do that. Just coming off a little bit of a screen and just basically sidesteps and floats to the left to be able to get the jumper. That gets her 10 points, the first in double digits tonight.
She also has 3 rebounds. And another steal. Ahead to Johnson. LSU gets to 43-6 with 5:53 to go.
The offices of Johnson and Johnson tonight with the connection between Flau'jae and Zakiah.
Once again, Williams with the steal all the way down the full. In 5 seconds, they will put the ball in play. And here we go. Jada Richard has returned to the lineup. Malaysia Fulwiley, Kate Koval, Micaiah Williams, and Zakiah Johnson on the floor for the Tigers. And no matter what the lineup tonight, Victor, this LSU defense has been just
suffocating.
It really is. That's the right word for it.
Exactly, absolutely taking the air out. You see the hustle by Fulwiley in front of her own bench, throws it behind her and hit it back so hard it bounced off a lady line, went back to LSU's possession. No, it's this. You said it. Shoot around. Kim Mulkey had points. I don't want to see backdoor cuts. That meant better pressure on the ball out front. And the second thing is, you said they wanted to come out blazing speed. They have put so much defensive pressure and run up and down the floor so fast, they have literally just suffocated the Lady Lions. They have taken the absolute air out of everything because of the consistent pace that they've hit the floor with here in the first quarter and a half.
Koval misses a couple of free throws, some rare misses for the Tigers. But it's going to stay with LSU. And Michaela Williams will leave and be replaced by Kaylin Gilbert. Gilbert wears 16 in white. She's got the ball now.
You see the Lady Lions have switched up the defense to go more of a zone. Get out of that man-to-man play because they're just outsized by LSU. It turns into a turnover.
Richard having trouble holding on to the ball and then threw it away. 45-6 LSU, 4:50 to go in the second quarter. That shot had no chance, just kind of hooked up with a hope amongst three Tigers. Johnson, too strong off the window. Cobalt right there to finish.
Good to see her. When you've got your bigs running the floor and following up in case there is a miss, and Cobalt was right there to put it back in. Gives her 6 on the night.
You were reading my mind because she is an active post player.
Yes.
Offensive foul.
Talked about that defensive pressure now. They're going to go from what looked like a 2-3 earlier to a 1-3-1. So what does LSU do? So this is it's great to see the different defenses, right? Southeastern last possession went 2-3, got a steal. That time they came down in a 1-3-1. LSU noticed it, just threw it over everybody. Down to Knox, quick turnaround, easy layup.
Grace Knox has 6 points. Also in the lineup, Joyner and Hines, Burridge and Gilbert. Burridge on the move, hanging in the air, leaves it short off the left side iron. Nice rebound, falling down by Knox, but she can't keep it in play.
Look at Knox come flying over, trying to grab it. Oh, and the foot was on the baseline right there. Made the effort to save it. Figured there was a teammate out on the wing. Great effort getting under the glass, but his foot out of bounds.
Right now, that rim is the size of a teacup for the Lions. They do get it back with a steal in backcourt. The shot clock is at 4. Gilbert chases the rebound. Takes it down the left side. Stops, hangs, fires. Got it off the window.
Great vision by Gilbert. Just found a little bit of a lane. That's all she needed to get left side. Put that layup in on the glass for her first bucket of the night.
LSU with a 22-point run and right now a 21-point run. The last bucket by the Lions was the first hoop of this quarter. And we're at 2:33 remaining.
So that scoring drought of almost 7 minutes. They've also had 7 turnovers in that scoring drought.
LSU with 51 first half points. Gilbert takes it down the lane, makes the feed down to Knox. She recovers it and lays it in. Grace Knox has some basketball tools.
Oh, yeah. She was rated the number 6 player by ESPN, number 13 by On3.
She's got a lot of length,
coming out of school,
long arms, and terrific instincts, and a willingness to get a little mean underneath.
Yeah, you need that.
Good hustle by the Lions to retain control. It opens a 3-ball up. Huff misses from the wing, but a good effort by Southeastern there. And another one as they get a loose ball tip back into front court. This is Huff backing away, trying to catch her breath and get the offense set. The pass to the wing, out of the reach of the teammate. Gilbert lays it up. Miss Joyner was trying to line up for the potential
Lady Lions too.
Bella Hines forcing that turnover. And now Megan Yarnovich comes back in from Potomac, Maryland, where her high school team won a state championship. 15 in white. 3-ball up, 3-ball in. from the corner. That one swished home by Bella Hines, the freshman from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Who was a two-time player of the year in the state of New Mexico.
LSU is on a 26-0 run following an earlier 22-0 run. And a chance for more. Steal by Gilbert. Weaving, ducking, shooting, left hand, spinning around the rim. Down it goes.
Just a little determination there, one-on-one for Gilbert. Tried to get her defender on skates and then goes left side, nice spin to get the friendly roll.
28 straight points for LSU. So with the two combined runs, Victor, that's 50. Actually 60. No, 50. 50 straight, 50 points combined over two runs. Here's some more. Hines just before the end of the half drills one. Her teammates come down to celebrate. What a... Every team except one in the SEC won its game this week. Which team lost? The only team to suffer a defeat in the first few days.
I'm going to admit that I did not prep that angle. I did not see who hit me with it. I'm not sure.
It's Tennessee.
Really? Okay.
An 80-77 loss to North Carolina State. Southeastern Louisiana in green, LSU in white. Joyner, Johnson, Williams, and Richard on the floor, and that rolls and falls away.
They're going to call Zakaya for the offensive foul. She tried to sidestep. The defender was there. She planted the foot and actually tried to go right to avoid the contact. Take another look as she's coming down the floor. You'll see she's going to plant, slides right, but still a little too far north and south down the floor to make the chest-to-chest contact with the defender that was standing still, even though she tried to sidestep it. They called it for the charge.
Williams with the reach around, pokes it away to a teammate and gets the return pass. She'll shoot from the elbow. No, off the rim, tipped around. Flau'jae Johnson's got it. She fades, she can't fire. Williams was open for three instead. A beautiful cross-lane pass into the hands of a teammate for the score, and that was beautifully done. Connecting was Zakaya Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson to Johnson connection. Michaela Williams is sitting out here on the left wing, just on top of the key, just off the side of the top of the key, wide open. But Flau'jae took the difficult path, but the nice path down the lane.
There's a three ball from the left side, the first one of the game. That one dropped in to break that long scoring run. Natalie Huff with the bucket. That ends a 33-point run for LSU, covering the second quarter and early here in the first. And Williams that time tried to slip it down on a bounce pass to the baseline and could not find a receiver. Huff gets in trouble. The ball bounces around, and the Lions collect it. This for three from way back. A bad miss. Rebound hauled off by Zakaya Johnson. Flau'jae. Michaela Williams. Back to Flau'jae Johnson. Stops, fires, got it off the window. You've talked about it for 3.5 years now, Victor. The smoothness and the execution and the ability to make it look easy for Flau'jae Johnson.
And even when things look a little hectic or maybe you need to slow it down, for her the game comes so slow. Just in the lane, gains control of her dribble, a little sidestep, float to the left, and kisses it off the glass.
Zakaya Johnson takes it away. Ahead to Jada Richard, hanging in the air, shooting, missing high off the window. Offensive rebound by Joyner. And the play is stopped with a whistle.
Joyner's going to go to the free throw line on the putback attempt. See it here, a little mistime from the Lady Lions, and as she goes back up, whether it gets fouled from the underneath. There's one more look. Just takes it straight up. You see Huff reach in there.
Yep, it's Huff who fouled her.
Yep.
Look at Johnson go to work. Stomps her foot with excitement, and she's going to get a free throw to boot. Zakiya Johnson, my goodness, she's stepping into the shoes of some great rebounders over the last 3 or 4 years at LSU. And this youngster has got a lot of that same grit.
Lisa Morrow comes to mind. So many reasons. The way she's attacking the glass. Second straight game, and first 2 games as a Lady Tiger in double digits. She now has 12 to lead the way along with Flaugier. Last night was, you were right, 11 and 11. Look at here, she just ties up, literally picks up the ball with the Lady Lion with her. Gets the turnover. Zakiya was ranked number 4 by On3. She was ranked number 13 by ESPN coming out of high school. Averaged better than 20 points a ball game senior season, along with 8 rebounds and just about 4 assists.
She goes to the bench right now in favor of Kate Coble. LSU is just carving up the Lions defense. The latest bucket on the lay-in by Joyner. That's 7 points for Joyner. Flaugier Johnson calls for the foul.
Oh, they got Michaela.
Yeah, they did.
Michaela just got caught by that screen, trying to go on the backside of the screen, reached up, slapped her on the arm.
70-9.
This will be the second and third free throw attempts for Southeastern, not a quarter for the game. Only been once.
They are 1 for 11 from three-point range, 4 for 29 from the floor, and 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Coble spins and lays it in. The pass from the key by Joyner into the hands of Coble for the bucket.
And it was very easy for Coble, but give Joyner credit for the way that she was able to post up and have that shoulder out there and that lead. The pass went right to her to turn around and put it in.
Coble guarding the much smaller guard out front and doing a pretty good job. Flaugier Johnson lopes into front court. Will take the three.
It's off left.
Coble, big rebound, puts it on the floor. Half hook, good.
And that's good to see. That's that aggressiveness. You know, LSU had been blessed for the Lady Tigers to have an Angel Reese and then an Anissa Morrow, who were just automatic double-digit rebounders every single night. You don't have those individual dominant players anymore, so it's going to have to be by committee. And we've seen Joyner get to the glass. We've certainly seen Knox, and LSU is going to want to see Koval play like that. Grab rebounds, and then don't be soft going back up to the rim. Power it up there, take it back. If you draw contact, great.
6 rebounds, 12 points for Coble. And here comes a line change. 5 new Tigers are going to come into the game. For any half, an all-time low or high, depending on the way you look at it. And Victor, I'm sure there are some folks wondering, well, what is the record for fewest points in a game with the LSU women's basketball team? The answer is 19, and that occurred twice. Bam! Unselfish play, a 3-ball by Bella Hines after the pass.
How good has she looked shooting from behind the line in the first half? She was outstanding, hitting the shots over there in the far left corner in front of Southeastern's bench.
9 points for her.
All 4 of her shot.
With the exception of Jada Richard has scored tonight.
And Jada came in, took 1 shot. She hasn't played since.
That's going to be tied up. Gilbert turned right into the defender, who just latched onto the ball. Southeastern in green, LSU in white. Tigers have had a Game of long runs. There's one tossed in from the wing. Mia Ramos gets into the back scoring.
Yeah, well executed play off the inbounds there.
The freshman from San Antonio delivers. Knox at the free throw line for the first time tonight. This would be her 10th point. It's tapped around. Yarnovich comes up with it and lays it in. Megan Yarnovich, the freshman, at the right place, right time, and delivers. She's got 6 off the bench. Knox and Hines and Yarnovich and Gilbert and Fulwiley on the floor right now.
You mentioned Southeastern was playing shorthanded. The young woman on the left of your screen, that's Lihi Azori. She played professionally 3 years over in Israel. She's not playing tonight. She played in their opener. She's not playing tonight. And the young woman you saw on the right of your screen was Emma Lucio. She's redshirting, unfortunately getting ready for the season. She tore her ACL and her meniscus. Not going to get any weight bearing on the leg right now, but hopefully be back sooner rather than later. But just adding for the Lady Lions for a roster that's brand new. Lynn, there were 2 that just are not in action tonight.
Yeah, no doubt they could have used the services of both of those players.
Azori on your left, she played 3 years of professional ball over in Israel. Also played for the national under-18 and under-20 teams.
Knox with the last bucket. That's 11 for her now. 2:40 to go. There's one tossed in from the key. Nicely delivered by Mary Dangerfield, a freshman from Dallas who had a couple of points on a rebound against Centenary. 84-13. We are still in the third quarter. Fulwiley turns and tosses it in high off the window. The bank is open.
Been as easy tonight for Fulwiley, not that it matters, but she looks so smooth and so efficient. Had a little trouble with her jump shot tonight from what we saw in that debut.
Burridge is going to check. Burridge is going to check in for the Tigers. Hines lobs it down to Fulwiley. Oh, it rolls out.
I was just talking about how it hasn't been as easy and smooth for her, and that one rolls out. There's a foul.
Yep. Going to get Gilbert. That's the 4th team foul for LSU. .101 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Offensive foul coming in, look, sliding over, holding the position on the floor. Nice job by Bella Hines, knowing the contact is coming. Is it too early to work in our offensive charge reference from our former Lady Tiger friend who was the best in the business? I mean, at this stage, it's a 60-point, 70-point game.
I don't think it's too early.
I don't know. We tip our cap every year to Jean Kenny.
The best I've ever seen
yeah,
do it.
Well, there's no doubt about it.
Last time I heard, she was out in Los Angeles or California.
Jean Kenny? Oh, no. No, she's the girls basketball coach at St. Thomas More High School just down the road in Lafayette.
Well, that was the last I heard, which is
okay.
A decade ago.
Well, now you've
right?
heard differently.
Yeah.
You just heard just now.
I've heard correctly now. Yeah, she was absolutely the most clever and most deceitful in drawing offensive fouls. She was remarkable in her ability to get to a defensive spot.
And tough as nails, because sometimes she just got run over and it didn't bother her one bit.
Tough as a railroad spike, for sure. Look at Full Wiley. She is the type of player who not only possesses a lot of skills, she is so quick, so smart, so decisive, so instinctual defensively. She can guard bigger players because of that talent.
And you saw she uses her inside shoulder too, because if you try to reach around with the outside hand, there's a chance you're going to slip and hit him on the arm. She uses that inside hand, but it's that speed and quickness to knock the ball loose.
LSU takes it away again. Hines tries to run it down, saves it, and they're going to call a jump ball as Burridge went up for the jumper and was tied up. 17 seconds left. Let's go back and look.
Good hands to not get the foul from behind there on Sec. And LSU now can run the end of quarter play. Shot clock off. Or you can do that.
Bella Hines, you talked about her ability to hit the long one.
4 or 5 tonight, puts her in double digits with 12.
All 4 of her buckets have been three-pointers, have they not?
No, they have been.
And so, let's go back and look at Full Wiley doing her thing.
Up that up a little bit.
So the fourth quarter coming your way right now. Johnson tries to take that ball away. Williams defending. She gets picked off. Turnaround jump shot. Slides off left. Rebound LSU and on the run.
Richard. There's Richard back in the game for the first time since the brief appearance in the first half.
Knox, both Johnsons, Williams, and Richard in the lineup. That's a sweet little stop-and-go jumper. Aaliyah Collins, the junior from College Station, Texas, started her career at Mercer, and she's got a couple of buckets now.
Yeah, she started at Mercer. She went over to UIW, and while she was there, she led the team in scoring, was 7th in the conference.
She's not been able to approach that kind of output tonight. Shot clock at 4. Collins launches it. Offensive rebound. Short jump shot right side. Too strong. Here comes LSU. Johnson can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. Touched last by the visitors. Southeastern with 6 first half points, 9 in the second half. LSU scored 30 in the first quarter, 31 in the second quarter, and 30 in the third quarter. That's pretty consistent, isn't it?
As good as it gets.
Johnson backing in, turning, leaving it short. Williams tips it, actually tipped it to herself, and then lays it back in.
Got held up there by the net just long enough for her to be able to grab the self-tip, come back up with it.
So Michaela, with only 5 tonight, she has certainly not looked for her shot. 5 rebounds as well. The 3 Tigers on the floor right now with double-figure scoring are Knox with 11, Flau'jae Johnson with 14, and Zakiya Johnson with a dozen. Johnson, a very fine defender and certainly willing to mix it up early in her career. There's Michaela Williams.
Well, she heard you say that she hadn't really been looking for her shot, so she figured if I've got the open wing three in transition, might as well show everybody what I can do.
Look at the defense by Johnson again. She turns defense into offense, and the Tigers are a bucket away from 100.
Look at that, 0 fast break points. Lady Lions never a chance to even run the floor unless they were chasing LSU down the floor.
And Megan Yarnovich is going to come back into the game right now. And she replaces Grace Knox. Knox leaves with 11. Yarnovich checks in with 6. Zakiya Johnson and Flau'jae Johnson both have 14 for the Tigers. And they lead the way. Koval is also in double figures with 12.
Oh, nice up and under. Couldn't get it to go. Beautiful. She's got 2 Lady Tigers up on her feet. Aaron Williams just couldn't get it to fall.
Johnson with another rebound. Johnson defending, got a piece of that. She is really, really relentless defensively.
Very, very impressed. Looking forward to see how the game continues to grow here in Baton Rouge, because her first 2 games have really been outstanding. Look how she just sets up position there. Beautiful feed by Michaela Williams, but Johnson knew exactly how to get in position there, leave an open passing lane for Michaela just to do the wraparound, get it for the easy 2.
And Zakiya Johnson now leads LSU in shoot. Both Johnsons, Burridge, Williams, and Yarnovich on the floor for the Tigers with 5:28 to play. Flau'jae is unguarded, and that's what happens when you let her shoot from the wing. Very much so. Gilbert defending in backcourt. That's kicked defensively by Bella Hines. Victor, the tennis shoes are still squeaking defensively for the Tigers.
Yeah, this is just getting the work in we talked about before. This is no disrespect to the Lady Lions. Certainly the game isn't in question. This is all about prepping for what's coming up down the road. Kim Mulkey expects to see it.
And that defense forces a throwaway. 103-16. That's 29 turnovers for the Lions.
Don't forget, Monday night we're back. Men are in action when the Privateers from New Orleans are here to face the Tigers. UNO went on the road to start the season, got a 4-point win over TCU.
Koval altered that. She was a 5'11" freshman. (107-16). Look at all the white jerseys there for the rebound, and they lose it amongst them, and the loose ball picked up and put right back in. A fortunate retrieve by Erin McKenzie. There are several other SEC games going on tonight. Joyner with the rebound.
Oh, I can't make that pass. That close, just power it up. Take the shot attempt.
Chattanooga is at Florida, Furman at Georgia, Monmouth at Kentucky. McNeese is playing Alabama. Missouri is at Tulane. Koval had it and then tries to swat the attempt away, and a whistle. I think they might have got Joyner though on the foul. They did. Well, here comes Yarnovich again, 15 in white, replacing Joyner.
And 19 is the point mark, right?
Yep. Florida has defeated Chattanooga easily, 94-52. Georgia blew out Furman, 91-45. Number 24, Kentucky, wiped out Monmouth, 104-46. McNeese actually had a lead at halftime against Alabama, but the Crimson Tide rallies in the second half and wins it 64-44. And Missouri has taken out Tulane in a close game, 77-69. You're up to date SEC scores tonight. That's nestled in for three. Oh, to the delight of Mary Dangerfield. She's got 5.
This will be one of the many learning experiences the Lady Lions have this year as they start anew, as we talked about. There are some exciting things happening on that southeastern campus, though. Jeff Dow rebuilding the program. The men looking to have a big year.
Football
and
having
Frank
a fine year.
Selfo's Lions football team has been outstanding. They're now up to, I think, number 13 or 14 in the country. Undefeated. The only 2 losses the Lions in football have had were to Louisiana Tech and to LSU. And they have a massive game this Saturday on the road at Lamar.
Look at Koval just reaching over a smaller rebounder and putting it back in, 111-21. So we are not going to have a record from LSU tonight in holding teams to the lowest total in history. 19 was the number, and the Lions are 2 better than that. But you know what we're now turning our attention to, Victor? The margin of victory. Could this possibly be the biggest margin of victory in LSU's history? (111-23). Look out. That looked worse than it was, apparently.
After the quick shot and the miss, Gilbert getting back with the hustle, slides into the stanchion there. Thankfully she's okay. You're right, it looked worse than what it was. So this is going to set the record, assuming LSU just milks this out short of a 70-footer from the Lady Lions.
They've got a 90-point advantage right now. 89 was the previous record against McNeese 2 seasons ago, and now that margin goes up. 115-23, a 92-point margin between these 2 teams. So 2 records apparently will be set tonight. 6 points in the first half was a record. And right now, 92 is the margin of victory, and that's a record. Last shot of the game is a good one.